Hello everybody, this is All's House Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play the Banner Saga 2. In the previous episode, we got attacked by Cragsmen for understandable reasons, because we desecrated their burial grounds. Oops. But in the process, got a bear out of the deal. Anyways, not much else to do in camp. Yes, I know there's a conversation with Hogan. We'll get to that eventually. Let's see, the rain finally ceases, but the wind picks up. You squint into the gusts and have clear view of the vast plains ahead. There doesn't seem to be much out there, Ivor says. His tone conveys wonder and concern in equal measure. Grundar, huh? Alright. The ground shakes again, enough to cause the ox to strain at their leads in panic. Out here in the plains, with nothing but open sky above, you feel remarkably vulnerable. Only a few trees around, and no mountains, Hakon says in a wry tone. Looks like we only have to worry about the ground opening up beneath us. He shrugs at the look you give him. Yeah, especially considering that is a very real concern.
Looks forgotten by the rest of the world. Maybe those who live here have forgotten the rest of us too.
A very real concern these days. In a field just outside of Grundar, the caravan spots several creatures you assumed were myth. I don't believe it. Are those? Two Horseborn hold simple bronze weapons and stand guard over a few others who look wounded, unable to rise. The size of the caravan makes them nervous. I have to get a closer look. All options are the same result, but Me Too gets extra dialogue. The two of you advance 100 yards, showing every sign of respect and peace. A number of clansmen push closer too. The male Horseborn stomps a hoof repeatedly. The female, tail whipping, brandishes a javelin. Damn, the caravan is scaring them. Telling the archers to put down their bows is the nicer option, but it's the same result either way. Oddleaf looks irritated at having to leave the Horseborn, but she does what you say. You slowly advance and point. My name's Alette. Your friends look hurt. Two standing Horseborn exchange a look, the female snorting and shaking her mane. You help? His voice sounds strained, and his mouth moves uncomfortably around the foreign words. Yes, help. You wave to Avon, who approaches slowly but confidently. The female looks agitated and speaks in a long stream of consonants. The male responds to her, then turns to you. Help, Roek, and others. I'll try. Well, this is certainly a first. Standing Horseborn step aside, allowing Avon to approach the wounded fighters. With Avon and Juno tending to the wounded, Roek and the other Horseborn, the caravan settles down outside the scant town of Grundar. It appears the town is enjoying a small festival. Quite a few clansmen go over the hill to enjoy the sights and sounds, but soon return looking disappointed. They called us outsiders, a woman says. They don't want us interrupting their wheat harvesting festival. But the merchants don't seem to mind trading. Clansmen soon shrug it off and take renewed interest in the Horseborn. Some in awe, others in disgust. Okay. Ah, there's the market. Let's see, 3-1 for the supplies. It might not be a bad idea to get some. We do have 40 days worth, though. I don't know. Let's take a look at what we can buy in terms of trinkets. A figurine occasionally carried by older warriors who believed it could temporarily blind their enemies. 20% dodge strength and +2 strength. Let's see, Mare's cord. Dyed blue thread supposedly woven from the hairs of the last living horse. I guess horses just aren't a thing anymore in these lands. +2 to arm talents and +3 to arm. Okay. Bjorlf's drop. A honey-colored stone thought to have hardened after dripping from God Bjorlf's stein. +3 to will talents, +1 will per rest. Okay. Namagis's ring. 2 strength resist, +1 will per kill. The ring was once worn by one of the great kings of men who symbolized the unification of his people. And the Dragonstone, +3 will. The carved stone is warm to the touch, and holding it fills you with steely resolve. Okay, so I need somewhere between 4 and 6 in order to get a day's worth of food. You know what, let's get an extra 5 days worth of food, just to be safe. Alright, Hogan, let's talk. The blonde axeman, one of the 2 twins from the small village near Skogar, is chopping into a fallen tree for no apparent reason. His swings look dangerous. Hogan, everything okay? He glares at you. Where's your brother Mogan? He left with the ravens, wondering if I should have done the same. And why is that? I followed your father a long way, and now you. And for what? My brother's gone, my wife and children are frightened of everything around them, including me. I tell them this constant fighting is only for a time, but it's changing me. I can see it in their eyes, in my own reflection. I thought I was doing it to protect them, but if they think I'm a monster, what's the point? Okay. All the options from this one are the same result. What do you want to do? I'm torn. I think it's good for me to be out there fighting. Makes me feel alive, like I'm doing something. But I know why my wife worries. Her father was consumed with raiding. Felt useless when he wasn't fighting. He died soon after she was born. Depths, you make big decisions every day. Just make this one for me, will you? Okay. Encourage him to keep fighting. Leads to nothing. Nothing changes. Be with your family. Gains you a clansman. Hogan is no longer in the roster. And there's a flag effect of 10 Hogan leaves, but it's an unknown. Keep chopping that log, the answer will come to you, also leads to nothing. Keep chopping that log, the answer will come to you. If I'm going to swing this thing, it may as well be something trying to hurt my family. The axeman looks somewhat relieved, if not a bit guilty. Few more fights then. You know, I had my doubts about following you back in Beauregard, but you're alright, Alette. Alright, time to talk to the Horseborn. Thank. You glance at Ubin, who snorts and smiles. Scathach is thanking you for helping his friends, Roek. Deirdre's the other one, but she's not in a talking with Varl and humans mood. You're welcome. I'd like you to meet Hakon. Scathach's tail swats his flanks, and he bows his head towards Hakon. Varl means same herd? No, but we're no longer enemies. I haven't seen the Horseborn in centuries. Last they knew, humans and Varl were at each other's throats. See, all of these get the same result. What brings you so far north? Scathach looks confused by the question, so Ubin shows him the map, pointing to Dalalond and Grundar. Food. Our plains. Break. Hakon snorts. Might be justice. Didn't they kill all the horses, Scrivener? His ancestors did, yes, but blaming folks for things that happened hundreds of years before they were alive? May as well accuse these humans around us of starting the Great Wars. I mean, he makes a valid point. What happened to Roek? Roek, brave fighter, protect food, hit many times. Hit? Who was attacking? Scathach says many things in his other language. Trigicanthe. I know I'm butchering that pronunciation. His eyes go wide, and he stomps the ground before pointing west. You look at Ubin. I don't have a clue, but clearly not a friend. Was it the people here? Here in Grundar? Scathach looks where Hakon was pointing. He shakes his head and points west again. Varl King eyes Scathach suspiciously. How do you know our language? Scathach just stares at you. You talk like us. Where did you learn? Heard little trade with mans in mud. I think he means our bog friends, the cragsmen. Have you found the food you were seeking? Enough for time, my guess. 2 others take to herd in south. His hooves scuff the ground during certain words. Just those 2. What about you and the couple? Gathach, Roek, Deirdre, this herd help. We help this herd. Let's see. All options lead to the same result, so thank you. Skathash nods in a movement that uses most of his upper body. Man, Varl, Horseborn, same herd. Funny. Ubin chuckles and you smile while Hakon shakes his head and walks away. Okay. Does this mean we've got some new heroes? Yeah, actually we do. Alright. Horseborn Teulu. Okay, decent stats. Trample. Horseborn charge forward and trample the enemy, then attacks from behind. The enemy suffers strength damage during the charge, is subsequently struck for 1 strength per tile the Horseborn moved before the trample and is left confused, suffering 20% on his next attack. Ooh. Hit and run. The Horseborn takes his normal movement, then can attack or take another action. Once the action is complete, he can move again up to 3 spaces. No willpower may be spent on the second move. So, what I'm basically getting from that is that we can move twice with this character, or we could attack and then move again? But we can't use any willpower for the movement. Interesting. Roek. Mule kick. Horseborn delivers a devastating kick with a powerful horse's legs, damaging the target's armor, sending him flying across the battlefield and leaving him stunned when he lands. Any other unit unfortunate enough to be in the path of the flying enemy suffers a violent hit as well. Be careful who is in the knockback path. Okay, interesting, and also has hit and run. Then we have Deirdre. Horseborn Cantref. Poison tipped. The Horseborn uses a javelin tipped with deadly poison to make sure her enemy doesn't forget her after the initial sting of her attack passes. The old target becomes unable to secure their own ground and is able to be moved through. Poisons like this are often used against high-strength enemies to wear them down over time, or on a large unit that is blocking paths to other areas of the board. This does not stack together, but a second dose will serve to refresh the damage over time and keep the target afflicted. Oh, interesting. Definitely going to be using them in some of the next battle. Let's see, in free roam. While moving, each willpower the Horseborn spends allows her to travel 2 tiles instead of 1. Alright, so it looks like male and female Horseborn have different passives. Okay. I think I'm going to bring Skathach in place of Hogan for now. Eric and his bear are pretty useful. Oh, and let's get Ivor back in where Egil was. Alright. Got 45 days worth. Think we're gonna leave for now. I think we've got enough food for the time being. And I doubt that's gonna be the last time we can get food. Now that Roex had a chance to heal, 2 of the Horseborn are heading south to deliver some supplies to their people. What crazy idea is in your head, Scrivener? With the world falling apart around us, there may not be another chance to trek down south. Let's see. All options lead to the same result. Option 1 gives us more dialogue. Listen to yourself. The world is breaking. I don't expect a human to understand, but a Varl as old as me has more important goals than just staying alive. What about that competition you Varl have for who lives the longest? I always understood the rules to mean you're actually doing something, not holding up somewhere safe. Besides, my guess is Snorri didn't make it out of Grofheim when the Sunder attacked. I might already be the winner. I'll miss your story, Zubin. Or, well, I'll miss your story, Zubin. With any luck, I'll have more of them when we meet again, little one. You taking your hired muscle with you? I'd feel better if Gunnulf stayed with all of you. That blade of his is sure to attract the wrong kind of attention. Wrong attention might find you anyway. Then who will protect you? I'm old, not an idiot. I've learned a few tricks to keep my head on my shoulders. The younger Varl shrugs and walks off to find food. Then be safe, Ubin, and join us again if you can. You know where we're going. Don't worry about me. Just make sure you're alive to see this thing through to Arborang. Farewell. Scrivener says a few more goodbyes before departing with the Horseborn. Alright. The governor catches up to you and asks for a moment of your time. His bodyguard is beside him, silent. It's not getting any easier, is it? Probably won't get any easier until we get to Arborang. Quit fooling yourself, girl. The capital's going to be a different battlefield, but a battlefield nonetheless. Quit calling me girl, and then I'll fight whoever gets in our way, ends the conversation. We'll see when we get there. Gets us more. That's a reaction. If you wait for people to attack before acting, you'll wind up with a blade in your gut. All options get the same result. We have a different way of looking at things. There's a part of me that wants your way to be right, but a larger part understands the way this world works. Then I'll keep searching for the bad in people, and I'll keep searching for the bad in people, and I'll keep searching for the good. Deal? The governor shares a look with his guard and sighs. Deal. Get us across this wasteland and try not picking up any more strays, will you? He sneers in the direction of the Horseborn before leaving you. I really don't like you. Even more so. A few of the weavers have been smiling more than usual lately, and now you know why. Leo leads children out from behind the cart in new costumes. Some have horns on headbands, while one red-headed girl wears a green cloak like yours. Boy wearing a red cloak is carrying an axe. The entire caravan gathers around to watch the performance. The young actors stand behind a short wall and discuss an approaching dredge army, as a black cloth rolls across the ground in front of the actors. A young man in red armor stands up and shouts, Bellower! This is a reenactment of the Battle of Beauregard. Now, grab Aleo's attention and have him end it. Returns to the same options. Continue watching, or not for him to continue gets us progress. Dark-haired girl holding a spear says, We'll get no help from the governor. We're on our own. A few people in the crowd laugh while Rugga stares at the Scald. The young Rook, Alette, and Varl run towards the fierce Bellower, attacking and being repelled. Finally, the girl dressed as Juno hands Rook a silver arrow. Rook hugs Alette and shoots the arrow. Bellower roars. Turn and walk away gets us 10 morale and 2 renown. Stand and watch the ending gets 30 morale and 10 renown. So, you know what I'm picking. Bellower grabs Rook by the throat and growls. You sense heads in the crowd turning towards you when Aleo and a weaver suddenly snap the caravan's banner in front of the scene like a curtain. As the banner lowers, the younger version of you cradles the boy dressed as your father. The other actors stand in a semicircle around you and begin singing a familiar tune. The crowd joins in, and an impromptu line forms with everyone walking by to lay a hand on your shoulder. Alright, got a random event popping up. Let's see. A group of 24 humans, thin and dirty, step off the rough path to let the caravan pass. Please, a younger girl says. Anything to eat? Her mother, eyes averted, pulls the girl by the arm to silence her. Let's see. Of course, have some of our food, gets minus 15 supplies, and plus 10 morale. Why are you all out here? Returns to the same options. You can join us if you like, gets us 24 peasants, and unlocks a follow-up event. Look away from the girl and keep moving, or similar to us, but we can't spare anything, gets minus 3 supplies. Why are you all out here? Homes were burned, a man says, coughing. Cowards didn't even show a banner. Now we're just trying to get somewhere safe to start over. Well, you can join us if you like. Worried glances our exchange among the group until a man says, well, better than us starving out here on our own. They all tend to agree and thank you, joining the rear of the caravan. Hey, extra clansmen will make up for the ones we missed. Ahead, the caravan comes to an immediate halt. That's the second feigned shoe this bloody beast has thrown in a day, the ox tender curses. It'll take some time to see to the ox, so you call for camp. While most of the clansmen sleep or lose themselves in drink, Juno requests a moment to speak with you alone. I'm impressed so far, Alette. You've managed to keep your composure through tough situations. Thank you. Not to pain you with further comparisons, but you remind me of your father at the Godstone of Stravs. Determined. What actually happened there? Your father faced down his fears, walking through thousands of dredge to obtain the only weapon that could bring down Bellower. That's incredible. And frightening. I don't know if I could do something like that. The Valka gives you a maternal smile. Neither did he. Juno patiently awaits your reply. Why me? Couldn't others learn to lead this caravan? The straight answer is yes, others could do it. The clansmen chose you to follow under that banner. Or choose to follow under that banner. If you didn't appear worthy, you would be replaced. Now, that doesn't sound like I have much say in the matter. Quite the contrary. Your every decision is your say in the matter. You keep all of these people alive as best you can, as if they were all from your own clan. That is a rare and needed. Tell me his death meant something. I can't do that. Rook's death was unfortunate, but his life was very important. The people he brought here from Skogar, including you and all the others along the way, are being forged into what the future will require. The previous era of peace is over, and one of survival has begun. Arboring may be the best shelter for the coming storm, but the people there are soft, too dependent on a society that will no longer exist. Because of the dredge? Partially, but mostly because of a coming darkness that is pushing the dredge. See, all options here lead to the same result. You keep talking about darkness, but no one has ever seen it. You've seen the signs of its coming. Dredge in numbers, the land breaking apart. It is a force unlike any other. I wish I could say more, but even the Mender Council is ignorant to this. I don't understand how you got involved in all this. At times, I think this is all my fault. At others, I'm not sure I could have stopped it. She sees your wide-eyed expression and attempts to clarify. How I became involved is confusing at best, but you and I share something in common. We're both learning what we have to do as we go. But only the future will tell if my role is villain or hero. Thank you. I should get back to helping the others. Before you go, there is one thing I must address with you. The serpent. The chasm at Ormsdaler and the tremors in the ground concern me a great deal. Yeah, me too. Should that incredible creature ever resurface, do not attempt to stop it. It would take power unseen in ages to affect the serpent. If you see it, run. Her words chill you as you find yourself nodding to her command. Good boy. Alright, nothing else to it. Let's head out. Okay, another random event. Let's see, metal clanking. Ah, there it is. A metal clanking is heard in the distance and grows louder. You see a yox cart surrounded by 4 varl, and an older woman hitting a ladle against a pan. All sorts of things for sale, she says, but her eyes go wide when she looks at you. It's you! My special deals when it comes to you. How do you know me? Word travels fast. Think you can slay a sunder and keep it secret? She clicks her tongue and shakes her head. My dear knows of you, sure enough. Okay. Why are you out here selling things? Madir sells things to those traveling. It's what she does. Used to be as generous as Saleh, Madeira was, but that don't buy more supplies. Alright, let's see what you got. Of course, Madeira says, but make up your mind. Madeira will be gone as quick as she arrived. And don't get any ideas of sneaking off with things. These four Varl have the keenest eyes, the sharpest blades, and the shortest tempers. You feel the Varl watching your every move. And we get a shop. 1 renown gets us 2 supplies. Not a good deal. Let's see. Benet's Vision. +1 to all exertion talents, +3 will per kill, +2 will per rest. Realign your actions with your ambitions by wearing this small bronze necklace. Kolgala, the prized dark emblem hums when wedged in shields or mail, +2 armor, 1 strength resist. Tool of Skylings, Skildings. Poorly designed jeweler's hammer makes for brilliant, unexpected addition to a fighter's arsenal. +2 to break talents, +30% crit chance, +1 ranged distance. Might not be bad, but I don't know if we're going to be reaching level 9 with any ranged characters. Gauker's Brooch. Worn by the Valka Gauker, who feared fellow menders more than his lover's dagger. +2 to all talents and +1 will per turn. And the mender's fib. You know what? I'll grab Gauker's Brooch just for that, and the tools of Skildings. Because why not? Alright, that's it. And we'll get 2 supplies because that pushes us up to 40 days worth. Alright. Alright, let's make camp while I take something. Given what's coming up, I think what we're going to do... What we're going to do is I'm going to end things off there for today, because it looks like we got some battles coming up. So... If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for an upload, or to hit the straw poll link to vote for our next Let's Play. And this time, I'm going to remember that we can do the training this time. And if you could, please leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.